Hey guys, welcome back for another video. I know it's been a really long time since I've uploaded anything, and we're not going to talk about that today. What I want to talk about is my summer reading. It has been weird. It's been all over the place. We are maybe 6 weeks into summer break over here. All 5 of my kids are home, and I gotta tell you, I am so distracted. I'm having the hardest time focusing on anything. Starting anything new, and I've been having major decision paralysis when it comes to picking something new. So I've been trying not to do too many rereads, but I cannot for the life of me start a new series. It's been very weird, but I have still been reading. I've been listening to audiobooks and I've been reading, but what I've been reading is nothing you guys want me to talk about on here. I promise. I have been reading a lot of romances, spicy books, smut. I'm not proud of it. It's all listed on Goodreads because I decided to not be a coward. I decided to record it all. It's on Goodreads if you're interested, but seriously, at your own risk. Some of that stuff is incredibly questionable. Anyway, I've been having a good time. Some of it is funny to me. Some of it is genuinely entertaining. Some of the romances are really sweet and romantic. Some of them are just disgusting. All that to say, I've never been a romance girly in my life. But about 1.5 years ago, I started dabbling as a joke. And next thing you knew, I'm just super into it. But I've always been kind of every now and then I'll throw one in the mix for fun. This summer, it has dominated. And I think it's just because it's so easy. It's like a brain off entertainment. And it's just a different type of writing. It's kind of impressive in its own way because I think you have to be kind of a special type of talented to keep somebody so interested in something that's so predictable and so mindless. So kudos to those authors because they really know how to suck you in and keep your interest. But there's not a lot going on in those books, and I feel my brain just slowly starting to rot. So the point is, I keep trying to start new books, new series, and I'm just struggling. So what I've decided to do is something I have never as a reader done before, but I think it's going to be helpful right now, is I made myself a TBR jar. And in this jar, there are 8 books. I started out with 10. We'll get to the format here in a second. There's 8 titles of books that I own already. I own them physically and I own them on Audible or can easily get them through the library. But either way, they are all completely accessible and ready to go. They're all books that I genuinely want to read. At one point or another, I was sold on these books. And they're so well vetted, or they were recommended to me by the right person. They're all in a situation where I'm convinced I'm going to like them. It's just I'm having a hard time starting stuff and sticking with it. Because some of these books, historical fiction and classics and fantasy epics and sci-fi, it takes trusting the process and jumping in with both feet and maybe being a little bit confused or a little bit lost in the beginning. I know this. I've been reading books like this for a long time. I am no novice here, but for some reason this summer it is not clicking. So I decided to put the books in this jar on a piece of paper, on an index card actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one out and I am going to read it. I'm not going to let myself, obviously, if I get a respectable amount in and I genuinely don't like it, I'll DNF these books like I would DNF any other books. But none of these are books I think will be DNFs for me, potential DNFs. I think I'm going to like them. But the putting them in a jar and pulling them out, I'm hoping that format will feel enough like a game that I'm now you're in it. You drew it and now you have to read it. So I am going to pair this with the fact that I have really been wanting to get back into YouTube, making more videos. I just miss the process. I miss connecting with you guys and just having a little project to work on and having an outlet. So I decided to combine the two. So from here on out, I'm going to, when I finish a book from the jar, I'm going to come on here, I'm going to tell you what I read, review it. and draw the next book. And I know this isn't typically what I do, but I don't typically do anything, for being real. I haven't consistently made YouTube videos since like early 2023. So I want to jump back in with both feet. And I feel like this will be kind of a fun way to do it. I don't know if this content is what anyone wants to see, but if nothing else, I'm hoping it will just kind of get me warmed back up, get me back immersed into YouTube, get me in the comments, because I want to know what you guys want from me. Like, what kind of videos are you guys even looking for? I've been so disconnected for so long that I'm not even watching a lot of YouTube anymore, and so I don't even know what type of content is fun anymore. So I'm hoping to watch more YouTube, like I said, hang out in the comments, and just kind of get back into it, because this is a fun part of my life that I have been missing. So earlier I mentioned that there's 8 titles in here, and there were 10. I already drew one. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. And one of them I took out on purpose. I had Empire of the Vampire in here. And I've already read book 1 and I loved it. But I didn't read book 2 because it came out right around the time that my mom passed away and I just wasn't in the mindset for it. And then book 3 came and went and I really, really want to get back to it. But it's been so long since I've read book 1, I think I would like to start over completely. So I had it in here, but I think what I'm going to do is just use that one as more of a when I'm in the mood for it, I'm going to start it. Because it is the first of a series and most everything is in here is either a standalone or something that can be read on its own. So I'm saving Empire of the Vampire reread for when I'm just in the mood for a trilogy, because I'm definitely going to get to it, but I did take it out of here. So there were 10. I already drew one before I had the idea to do this. I was so thrilled when I drew this because I've been meaning to read this for like 2 years now. And it is Daughter of the Forest by Juliette Marlier, I believe is how you're going to say that. This has been sold to me as if Robin Hobb wrote historical Celtic fantasy. Historical fantasy with like a Celtic setting. And I drew it 2 days ago and I'm probably, I'm listening to the audiobook and kind of reading along when I can, but I bet I'm about halfway through, about 50%. And I love it. And I don't want to say too much because the format here is that I'm going to draw on this video. So pretend I just drew that. And then when I come back, I'm going to tell you guys about that book and draw my next mystery title. So anyway, this is just a short video to say hi. And I'm going to come back in some form or fashion. And we're at least going to get through my mystery jar. And it will, you know, it's going to have the aspect of drawing whatever I read next. And it's going to be a little book review. I hope to do a mid-year wrap-up, or not a wrap-up, just, you know, a mid-year check-in video also, because we're in month 7. And like I said, I've read a lot of trashy smut, but that's not all I've read. I've been reading a lot of real books as well. It's just kind of slowed down this summer. So anyway, just wanted to say hi. I'm hoping to come back a little bit, maybe. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using my new jar. I got this at a garage sale, by the way. Isn't it cute? And I'm really excited about all 8 titles. And I don't know if I'll be able to get them all finished before the summer's wrapped up. But that would be kind of cool because I'm thinking after summer, I'm going to want a little more structure again, because with summer ending comes the school year, which my kids will be back in school, and my week will be a little more predictable, and structure just works well for me. So I'm hoping to decide what are the new series I want to start in the fall, because I'm in this place where I know I haven't read everything. Guys, I'm not saying that. I know I haven't read all the good series yet, but I don't know what series, like what new series is going to grip me and grab me this fall, winter. Like I would love to tackle a couple more series this year, but I don't really know what that's going to be. I don't have like a most anticipated, or I can't wait to get to that. So probably some of it is just needing to mingle with you guys and get those suggestions, because that's one thing I always loved about having a YouTube channel, was I never lacked for really, really good book recommendations. So we're gonna work through these because I know these are going to be winners. And in the meantime, I need to come up with a plan for what I'm gonna read this fall. So the summer is going to be 8 big, chunky, potential 5-star reads mixed in with a bunch more smutty romances off of Kindle Unlimited, and then in the fall, maybe back to regularly scheduled programming. So thanks for stopping in, and I hope to talk to you guys really soon, because I think I'll be finished with this book in the next 2 days. So that means a review and a new book from the jar. So hope you're doing great, and I'll talk to you soon in the comments.